Hello, and welcome back everybody to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Moscow Exchange just launched Bitcoin futures tied to BlackRock ETF. Let's get it. So guys, if you are new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. We drop one video every day, keeping you informed, news, opinion, perspective, analysis on all things crypto. So make sure you don't miss another video. We'd love to have you here. Okay, so let's talk about this. The Moscow Exchange, it is the largest financial services company in Russia, and it has now launched Bitcoin futures contracts tied to the world's largest Bitcoin ETF. This is very big news. This is very big news for several reasons. When the exchange operator, the Moscow Exchange, it operates the country's first regulated crypto trading platform. Because of this development, Russia is now the second country in the world to launch regulated Bitcoin futures tied to an ETF, which is a big deal. And then number 3, some analysts believe that this could be a sign that Russia wants to be a leader in crypto regulation, or at least wants to be perceived as a leader in crypto regulation, which is interesting because the country's central bank has been cracking down on crypto mining and crypto transactions within the country. So let's go ahead and dive into the details. Here's what's going on. The Moscow Exchange has just launched Bitcoin futures contracts tied to the ticker symbol of the issuer's Bitcoin ETF. This is the world's biggest Bitcoin ETF. It is physically backed and it holds around $650 million worth of Bitcoin. And here's how it works. The new futures contracts allow investors to take positions on whether the price of Bitcoin will rise or fall. It is cash settled, so there is no physical delivery of Bitcoin, and the contracts are denominated in rubles, which is the Russian currency. Settlement for the futures contracts will be done via the Moscow Exchange's clearing center and its central depository. So why is this such a big deal? Well, as I mentioned earlier in the video, Russia becomes the second country in the world to launch regulated Bitcoin futures tied to an ETF. The first was the United States, and also, according to the Moscow Exchange, only qualified investors will be able to trade these new futures contracts. And according to Russian law, qualified investors are those who have experience in the financial markets and can handle their own investments without the help of a broker. There are around 4.5 million qualified investors in Russia right now. Now, here's what's interesting. The head of the Moscow Exchange said, quote, "We are seeing increasing interest in our exchange's crypto offerings from both institutional and retail investors. We are glad to expand our product line for crypto investors and to offer them a new instrument for managing risks and hedging." Now, this sounds like they want to be the regulated leader in crypto, but of course, the Russian central bank has been cracking down on crypto mining and even going as far as to completely ban some foreign crypto exchanges from operating in the country. But here's the thing, the Russian government has not yet recognized Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies as a form of payment, but it hasn't banned them outright either, which is kind of a weird situation. But because of this, it allows places like the Moscow Exchange to kind of operate in a gray area, where they can offer these kinds of products to their investors. However, I do believe that if they're going to try to be the regulated leader in crypto, they're going to have to get on the same page with the central bank. But time will tell what happens. Also, here's something else that's interesting. When asked about the future of crypto regulation, the CEO of the Moscow Exchange said, "We are proponents of self-regulation in the industry. We believe that the market participants themselves should come up with the best practices in this area. We see our role in this process as facilitating the dialogue between the regulator and the market, helping to reach a compromise that would allow for the introduction of regulation that is adequate for this new asset class." Very interesting, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Russia is trying to become the regulated leader in crypto? Or do you think they were just taking advantage of the gray area that they currently find themselves in? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also, guys, before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here. We keep you informed on a daily basis. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.